For me, a couple things on as far as contribution to the port. I think early 2000s, when we had this mega capital program just at the crest of a $3.5 billion multi-year program. And I was fortunate enough to help assist the director in setting up the new organization. So combined a couple departments, hired a lot of consultants to augment our staff, found a rental space so that everybody could work together, and set up programs and procedures so that there was consistency in the way we did work. So as far as the contribution, I think that really helped standardize a lot of the work so that everybody was on the same page. I think that I felt very proud of. And then on a personal level, I think what I'm proud of is being able to return to engineering. After being away for 30 years, to come back and be able to participate with them as their leader again and be in that department again, that was, I think, of personal satisfaction to me.
We'd say I've been lucky enough to meet some really, really smart colleagues and coworkers and consultants. And probably the thing I'm most proud of is a lot of the consultants and employees have been able to mentor and see them grow their careers here and move across different departments. And I realize that as they do, they have allies in the earlier departments. So as people transport around the port, it allows more connectivity and more cooperation, frankly, because we're kind of a collective. So the human side is probably the most rewarding. On the physical side, there have been a lot of projects, as Tina mentioned, that have been accomplished and built. But the funnest part is the teaming of it, getting in front, filling gaps where there's a gap, growing the team when you need to, shrinking the team when you need to, hard but a necessary thing. So that's a very good thing. I guess another aspect of the port that's changed, I think, is we are all a reflection of the commissions and how they govern. And I would say that commissions in the past were a little bit detached or not as involved. But about the time you set up the capital program with your colleagues, the commission became very involved. Aviation leadership brought them right into it, and they were willing and interested to come out, see, learn, walk, and get involved. And when challenges, they inevitably happen because the business's changes occur, and you cannot foresee every challenge that comes up as things collide in an operating environment, both maritime and aviation side. And the commission stuck with us through difficult times. And I see this commission, it's very exciting. They're also very engaged and want to partake. And I think that is probably the biggest change from when I first arrived.
Air traffic, it just boomed. It really boomed. When we first started the program, the terminal year without Concourse A, I think, was designed for 25 million annual passengers, and now we're up to, like 50? And we've done Concourse A, and we've done some expansions, but it was a tiny little airport.
And similar to, I think the moment for me was in the year 2000. We knew that this terminal had a maximum capacity, and we knew that we needed to expand. So there had been a couple of master plans prior while we were here, and one of them didn't quite work out, and the next one was solid. And so aviation leadership said, we're going to go. We're going to build a new terminal. They advertised for a leader for the role. And had 9/11 not happened, it would be built now. And we would have space within this facility to refurbish it. And what happened on September 10th of 2001 is we advertised for a master architect to build the new terminal. We had the team of 17 people ready, and that was going to grow to hundreds. And we advertised on the 10th, and then September 11th happened the next day. And on the 12th, we pulled it back in. And within a month, the airlines saw traffic drop remarkably and pulled in their horns and essentially pulled the plug on all the spending. So then we went into a bit of a downturn. We had to dismantle that team, and here we are today. We've never quite gotten back to that in the next 20 years.
People are amazingly resilient to be able to respond to those kinds of things. We did have, after 9/11, we did have layoffs. And of course, during the recession, parts of the organization, as I recall, may have had some layoffs as well. So that is always difficult. And there, like you say, there will always be some sort of crisis. But the airport is here. The maritime industry is here. There's the need to be flexible and how to make the best out of whatever that crisis might be. And the people really do it.